Hello everybody, welcome to Little Bunny Bakers. Let's bake bunny buns. Bunny Buns, Rosie Rabbit and I are very excited today to be baking these delicious sweetbread rolls with you. So welcome everybody, it's lovely to have you here. You're going to need the following ingredients for your baking today. 125 grams of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of yeast, 3 teaspoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of mixed spice, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 75 milliliters of warm water, and 2 teaspoons of oil. You're also going to need 1 egg for the glazing at the end. And I like to have a little bit of flour in my pot ready to dust. So, Bunny Buns. Bunny Buns are such a lovely Easter treat, and we're coming up to Easter very quickly. It's coming up in how many sleeps? Well, today's Tuesday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 more sleeps till Easter, and maybe, just maybe, the Easter Bunny will come and leave some treats for us. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, let's start with our song. Are you ready? Welcome to Little Bunny Bakers. It's nice to see you here today. We're going to have a lot of fun baking. So come on, let's bake. Hooray! Let's get started. Okay, first things first, you need to turn your oven on to 180 degrees so it can start to warm up. Then you need to make sure your paws are washed, and then you're ready to go. I've got my apron on ready, have you? Lovely, okay. So we've got 125 grams of bread flour. To that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of yeast, 3 teaspoons of sugar, 1, 2, 3. We're going to then add half a teaspoon of mixed spice. Oh, that smells delicious. There we go. And 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Delicious. Cinnamon is one of my all-time favourite spices, mostly because I love the smell and I love where it comes from. So cinnamon grows in a cinnamon tree in places like Sri Lanka. And the cinnamon tree, when it's ready, they need to harvest the bark, the outside of the tree trunk. So what they do is they get what is essentially a giant vegetable peeler, and they peel down the outside of the tree, and as it falls off, the bark, the outside, the cinnamon bark, rolls itself up into a very long roll, a little bit like a roll of carpet. And then they chop it up, and we have cinnamon sticks, which are about this big, and then they grind up those cinnamon sticks so we can get cinnamon powder. Amazing. I think for a long time I didn't realise that the cinnamon started in such a long piece. I suppose I always imagined they took it from the tree and it was this big and all ready to use, which always makes me laugh. But no, long sticks made from the bark of a cinnamon tree. Lovely. So we've put that into our bowl for our bunny buns today. And then using a spoon, I'd like you to give it a good mix. It smells of Easter. That's delicious. Okay, so now what we want to do is to make a little hole in the middle of the bowl called a well. Have you done that? Good. So into that hole we're going to be adding our water, 75 milliliters of water and 2 teaspoons of oil. So first of all, I'm just going to measure my oil. Steady goes. 1 and 2. Now, if you look closely in your cup, you will see that there's lots of little bubbles. So you need to give your cup a good old mix. Have your bubbles disappeared? Have a look. No, mine haven't either. That's because oil and water don't mix. There we go. So we're going to pour in our oil and water into the middle of our bowl. And then using our spoon, we're going to give it a gentle mix. Nice big circles, round and round in the bowl. The smell is incredible. That's it. And there will come a point where it stops stirring so well. So this is when we want to use the back of the spoon to press it into the side. I call it smooshing. So we're going to smoosh it into the side of the bowl and try and collect all of that lovely flour that is on the bottom of the bowl with our spoons. So really scrape the side down if you can. And when you can't get any more, we need to get it off our spoon. So you can use another spoon or a knife to just scrape it into the bowl. We will be using our hands very shortly. There we go. Right, so that is ready and our hands are ready. How many fingers have we got on one hand? Can you count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. And when we do cooking, we use our hands a lot. We use our hands a lot. So I've got a little song for you about hands, which I hope you'll enjoy. It goes like this. Tommy Thumb, I've lost my words. Hold on a moment, let me find. Oh, there they go. Here we go, we'll start again. Tommy Thumb is up, Tommy Thumb is down. Tommy Thumb is dancing all around the town. He's dancing on my shoulders, he's dancing on my knees, he's dancing on my head, and now it's time for bed. Night, night. It's Peter Pointer. Say hello, Peter Pointer. Peter Pointer is up, Peter Pointer is down. Peter Pointer's dancing all around the town. He's dancing on my shoulders, he's dancing on my knees, he's dancing on my head, and now it's time for bed. Night, night. Tommy Thumb, up he comes. Hello, Tommy Thumb. Tommy Thumb is up, Tommy Thumb is down. Tommy Thumb is dancing all around the town. He's dancing on my shoulders, he's dancing on my knees, he's dancing on my head, and now it's time for bed. Night, night. Oh, it's Ruby Ring. Oh. Ruby Ring is up, Ruby Ring is down. Ruby Ring is dancing all around the town. She's dancing on my shoulders, she's dancing on my knees, she's dancing on my head, and now it's time for bed. Night, night. Oh, baby small, baby small. Baby small is up, baby small is down. Baby small is dancing all around the town. He's dancing on my shoulders, he's dancing on my knees, he's dancing on my head, and now it's time for bed. Night, night. Night, night. All of the family, all together. All the family's up and all the family's down. All the family's dancing all around the town. They're dancing on my shoulders, they're dancing on my knees, they're dancing on my head, and now it's time for bed. Night, night. Well done, everybody, and thank you for bearing with me with my minor slips of paper. I do record these videos in one take, so you hope that everything goes right. But we're doing well so far. You're doing brilliantly so far, so well done. Okay, it's time to start kneading. So you will need some flour on your paws and some flour on your surface. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our dough. If you have 2 children doing this at the moment, you can break the dough in half at this point and they can both have a little lump. and we're going to be squashing it and squeezing it. This is called kneading, to stretch the gluten in the flour. So we can press it down, we can fold it over, make sure your hands have enough flour on so it doesn't stick. We can roll it, we can push it with our palms, we can squeeze it, we can push it, fold it towards us and turn it round, push, fold, turn, push, fold, turn, push, fold, turn, and we're going to do this for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I might have to do the quick version on the video, but if you could do it for 5 minutes, your bunny buns will be nice and fluffy. So I'm squeezing it, I'm flattening it. If you're doing this with a grown-up, you could take it in turns and swap. So if you each have a little lump, the grown-ups could have a turn with their lump and you can have a turn with your lump, and then you can swap. So you've both had a go at each lump. Grown-ups, the reason for this is because you're a lot stronger in your hands and you can give it a really good working out while your bakers have a turn as well. There we go. So I'm getting to the point that it's not sticky anymore, so I don't think I need any more flour. If we add too much flour, our dough tends to dry out. So we try and use a little bit less than too much, if that makes sense. There we go. Oh, I can tell it's already feeling a lot smoother. If you press it with your finger, it should begin to bounce back. So we're halfway through. Give it a little bit more of a knead. It's looking good. There we go. I'm happy with that now. So you do it for 5 minutes, and then what we want to do is we want to roll our lump into a short sausage shape. So just rolling it into a short sausage shape. Give it a little tap at the ends. And then what we want to do on our chopping board, we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. And we want to divide our dough into 4 pieces. So I'm going to cut it in the middle, back and forward, and then cut each lump in half. If you want to be precise, each lump should weigh about 80 grams. But I'm just eyeballing it for today. So I've got my 4 lumps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to choose my smallest lump, and I'd like to roll that into a sausage as well, and cut that into 3. That's going to become the bunny tails. There we go. So I've got 3 little lumps and 3 big lumps. Are you with me? Brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take 1 lump at a time, and we want to use our little pincer fingers to squeeze and gently pull. Imagine you're playing with Play-Doh and you're trying to make a really long snake. So we squeeze it and pull it along, and then turn it on its side, pinch and pull. We don't want to rip it, we don't want to break it in half, we just want to gently pull it and stretch it. You can give it a little roll with your fingers, and then pinch and pull, pinch and pull. Oh, that's looking good. You want to try and make sure that it's the same width all the way down the snake. That's it. And we want it about the thickness of a grown-up's little finger. The thickness of a grown-up's little finger. So I'd say mine is about there. It's roughly 30 centimetres if you want to get your ruler out as well. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to take our dough and make it a U shape. I'll try and do it upside down so you can see a U shape on the counter. Then we're going to take the top and the bottom and cross them over like that. And then we're going to get the top and the other top and twist it round one more time, like so. So if I maybe hold it up to the camera so you can see, I'll come closer. So it looks like that. So that's my first one. I'll do another one with you. Ready? So we squeeze and pull, give it a little roll, squeeze and pull. A little thank you to everybody that's been watching these videos. It's a funny old time and it's so lovely to connect with you through these short Let's Bake videos. So thank you for watching, I really appreciate it, and I really love seeing the photographs after you've finished, whether they're perfect or made with love. I really enjoy seeing those, so please do keep sending them to me and keep posting them. It's really nice to see them, thank you. Right, so this one is getting longer. We're going for about 30 centimetres and about the width of a grown-up's little finger. So try and make sure it's roughly the same width all the way along. So we make our U shape, then we put one over the other and we twist it one more time. If I maybe show you how to do that on my board, it might be a little bit easier. So I make my U shape, I put one top over the other, then I twist it over to make the top. So it should look like that. Have you got that? Whoops. Have you got that? Well done. Okay, so once you've got your basic bunny shape, you should have 3 of them. You're going to take the little lumps and roll them in your hands or on the side into a ball. And then we're just going to pop that into the little hole and give it a little gentle press down, like so. There we go. So I'll just do my other one as well. So I'm going to make my ball and then just gently pop it into the gap and give it a little press down like so. There we are. So I've got 2 bunny rabbits ready for rising. Now you need to let your bunny rabbits sit in a warm place for 45 minutes. And here's one I made earlier, and you can see the difference in size. Look at that. It's almost double the size that it was before, and that means our rolls are going to be really nice and fluffy. So that's the one that's been rising for 45 minutes, and that's the one that we've just made together. So the final thing we need to do is to glaze it with an egg. I have an egg here. Does anybody know where eggs come from? That's right, they come from chickens. It's time for the chicken song, everybody. Here we go. Chick, 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 chicken, lay a little egg for me. Chick, 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 chicken, I'd like one for my tea, because I haven't had an egg since breakfast, and now it's 3:30. So, chick, 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 chicken, lay a little egg for me. Very nice, well done. Okay, so I'm going to hold my egg over the bowl, nice and snug in my hand. Have you got yours nice and snug? I'm going to tap it to crack it, then turn it over and use my thumbs to open it and pour it out. Here we go, nice and snug, tap it to crack it, turn it over and use your thumbs to open it and pour it out. That goes in the bin and you go and wash your hands. There we go, my bowl of water floating in mid-air over there somewhere. And then with your pastry brush or a fork, you're going to give your egg a little mix so it all blends together. Oh, that's looking good. Yep. And once that's all blended together, you're just going to gently paint it all over your bunny bun. Beautiful. Now that's going to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. It needs to be a golden brown colour, and when you turn it over and you give it a knock with your hand, knock, 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 it should sound hollow. So you should hear a sort of hollow sound as you knock it. That's how you know it's done. And to finish, you can shake some icing sugar over the top to enjoy it. So thank you everybody so much for watching my video today. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Rosie Rabbit, as always, has been very helpful, sitting being my accompaniment to the video. Rosie Rabbit has lots of new friends at the moment that lots of you now have. In fact, 10 little rabbits have made their way to new homes. This is my Ginny Baker's rabbit, Zozo Rabbit. And Zozo is a lovely, happy little rabbit that was given to my daughter from her grandparents for Easter. I do have 4 remaining rabbits. 4 remaining rabbits. I have a pink, yellow, green or blue apron left. Each rabbit comes also with a small bag of chocolate eggs and goodies, perfect for Easter. So if you know a baker who would really like to have a little bunny rabbit with an apron and a little bag of eggs to go with it for Easter, whether it's your baker or a friend's baker or a grandchild, please let me know. And if you live locally, I can drop it off to your doorstep in time for Easter. Right everyone, good luck with your bunny buns. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been really lovely to see you again. Let's finish with a song. Little bunny bakers, we've had some fun. We've baked a lot. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye everybody. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a small donation on my GoFundMe page, which can be found in the description at the bottom. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye.